Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a video about the upcoming changes 1.06, since they just released a page on the Wikipedia for Terraria saying about the upcoming features. Now before I start, I just want to say that these aren't 100%, they could change. So if you don't see some of this in the game or anything changes a bit, that's because it's, these are just what they're planning to do. They may not have done it yet, and they might change something to make it better or something, But yeah, let's get to it. So on the inventory GUI improvements, adding coloured inventory boxes. So I assume like in the background, like where everything's blue, they'll probably change the colours. Loot all and quick stack for chests. So when you're running through a dungeon and you're trying to loot everything in a chest, and you're like, I need to put this here, put this here, put this here. You'll just click a button, and I assume that it either all stacks up or it just picks it all up for you. A trash can, which allows you to retrieve the last item thrown away, which is useful in case you accidentally throw an item away. I know I press Q quite a lot when I don't mean to, and so like many times I've lost weapons because of it. So it's a useful feature. A lock button, which prevents you from changing stuff on the hotbar, which I assume is like the top row, like 1 to 0 key bindings. 4 new inventory slots for ammo. This will be going next to the money, so it saves inventory space for ammo. Exact health value will be shown above the health bar, so basically it'll say 400 if you've got max health, instead of just having the hearts will still be there, I assume, but it'll have 400 above it. Mana items will be blue instead of purple. I think this is because mana is more traditionally blue in most games instead of purple. That's the only reason I can think, unless they're planning to use purple or something else in the future content. Health gain text will be green. So it's normally blue, I think, and people are probably thinking they're getting mana when they're actually getting health, so they add it to green because that's commonly known as the colour for health. Right click and equip all items will equip them, so this saves you a lot of dragging time. Shift clicking items will render them, so again saves a lot of dragging time. Ammo consuming weapons placed in the hotbar will now display how much ammo there is remaining, so this is useful, so you know if you're about to run out of bullets. The 7 most recently connected servers will now be displayed in the multiplayer menu. This is great, so I don't have to keep typing in my own server's IP address every time I try to log in. It's one of my favourite features, and I can name it, like the server of amazingness. It is no longer possible to drop items through the spaces between boxes in the inventory. Yep, many times I've done that, like misclicked and I lose an item. Grapple hotkey added. I assume for your like IV whip, you press, like, for just an example, you press F and then that will grapple you instead of having to select it on your hotbar and then pressing whatever key binding it is. The magic and mana system overhauled. Okay, the rate of mana regeneration is based on the percentage of your maximum mana. So I assume if you have like more mana, you regen faster, or if you have less mana, you regen slower to keep it in balance. Regeneration rate further varies depending on your current mana, less slower, and mana regeneration bonuses have been converted to maximum mana bonuses. So I assume like if you get like, for example, 300 mana, then you regen much faster to keep everything balanced. Healing potion effectiveness reduced and the cooldown increased. Potion sickness debuff, which lasts 60 seconds. So healing potions basically mean you can't just spam healing potions, like just run along, get hit like loads of times and just have a potion. You have to actually be careful with what you're doing. You can't just run through dungeons and just not kill anything. Life now regenerates automatically, so basically instead of using potions you have to depend on your life regeneration. Damage given and received has a 15% variance. There is a 4% chance of a critical hit which deals 100% extra damage, which is nice. Critical hits, it's always fun to mess around with, especially in PvP. I mean, it's probably going to cause, I don't know if it, player to enemy only, so yeah, they have an imbalanced PvP, which is good, otherwise people are raging because they're getting critted. So yeah, that's a good, nice balance. It'll be fun on bosses, seeing what crits you can get. New hairstyles, nice for the cosmetic people, and people actually care about that. New dungeon content, such as spinning spinning spike ball traps. So I think that's that picture they had where it's like a spike ball on a chain and it just spins around in circles and you have to dodge it. Locked chests, which require a key to open. I hope they have like a new loot inside them, rarer to obtain. If it's just the normal stuff now in locked chests, I mean for new players it'll make it more fun, but for us old players it'll just be like, meh, what a waste of time. And increase spike spawn during wild generation. So I assume they're just trying to make it a bit harder, make the game last longer. New Night Edge and Dark Lance sprites, so maybe they're changing what they look like. Items sold to NPCs can be bought back for the selling price. Nice. That pretty much speaks for itself. Addition and removal of background tiles have now been sped up, as well as one tile holding being automatically filled up. I think basically what they're saying on that last bit is, you know, when you like put two together and there's like a white gap in the middle and you have to fill it in, and it like just takes up more wall than it has to. I think that's maybe what they're fixing there. New statue ailments which provide negative effects to both player and NPC. Now this is like a debuff or something. Like you get poisoned, you take poison damage. You get caught on fire, you start taking fire damage. Cursed, you know, it could be anything. You reduce damage done or something. And darkness, you know, it could be anything. So basically trying to add some more interesting features to the game there. Jungle armor stats altered. Increases maximum mana, increases magical critical strike chance, set bonus 60% mana usage. So I think they're basically turning jungle armor into a mage set. And necro armor, increased range damage, set bonus 20% chance not to consume ammo. So they're basically turning that into a range set, which I actually might use because I love using hellfire arrows and blowing things up. Improved flail mechanics. So I assume like the Sun Fury, instead of just shooting it randomly and hoping for the best, you actually have a better feel to the weapon. Different weapons will have different damage types eventually in later updates. Certain damage types may be more or less effective against certain enemies. So, for example, like fire will kill ice enemies, or you know, basically just think of Pokemon. But you know, that's my example there. Cacti no longer causes knockback, so for people trying to get past them, just getting knocked back all the time, it will be much easier for them if they didn't have a Cobalt shield. Thorny bushes can now be destroyed after touching them, so you don't get stuck trying to run through them. The burner star power now has 20 maximum mana instead of speeding up mana regeneration. Again, they're just altering the things to fit in with their new mechanic. Lava slimes no longer burst into pool lava when killed. That's useful because I always got killed by them when trying to farm stuff in hell. And some bug fixes. Eater of Worlds will be listed as fleas when the player exits the corruption instead of being listed as defeated, so people don't get false messages thinking, oh, I killed him but I can't find the loot. Night Owl Potion will actually work. Nice. I'll actually look at what that does afterwards. Rejuvenation Potions will work with the quick kill and quick kill mana functions. Quick kill, they might like implement a button to quickly heal you, or maybe automatic kills. You can set it up to, like at 20% health you get healed. That's just my thoughts. Dungeons will no longer spawn in the ocean. No, I guess that helps. And NPCs who are far from home will no longer flip out. I assume that means they just keep running left and right and running into walls, as I've experienced many times. Now, I don't think I'm going to go over the future changes, just like some new items there. This is all not going to be in this patch, but in like future patches after that. I might go over this another day, but let's just find out what Night Owl Potion does. They do nothing. Okay, they haven't actually said what it's supposed to do, but I assume it lights stuff up. So yeah, that's been a 1.06 upcoming changes. You know, these are all, you know, they could get changed. Everything's not confirmed yet, but I doubt much of it's going to change because it's been so long since a patch. So I assume that most of this is practically finished. Should be out soon. And yeah, that was a quick video, well actually quite a long video about the upcoming changes. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like watching me read stuff, and I shall see you in the next video.